Hi there. It's Trisha Broderick with Ignite Insight and Innovation and X2A. And I'm going live. And I have to say, it doesn't tell me who the LinkedIn user is, but whoever the LinkedIn user was that just posted the comment saying they couldn't stay for the whole time, but they wanted to catch the beginning, you panicked me a little bit because that comment actually came through on the tool that I'm using. And I was like, oh my gosh, am I live already? What am I talking about? Should I be saying whatever I'm saying? Should I be saying that out loud publicly? So thank you for a little bit of the fright. Definitely got me going right off the bat on this April. It felt very live moment there for me. But we're going to get started officially now. I believe I am live. So hopefully you are still here. And I don't still know why sometimes it shows me the LinkedIn user's name and sometimes it doesn't. And I don't know why. So whoever you are, hi and welcome. And I'm glad you're here. Well, for now, until I know who you are, I guess. We'll see with this. And so today we're going to be doing a topic, but I thought there's no way I can do this topic without not highlighting one of the best colleagues and friends that I have worked with. Like it just feels magical, honestly, a little bit when we work together. It's just, we finish each other's thoughts with it, but we play off of each other in different perspectives and we get things done. And it just makes my heart happy. So with that, I want to welcome my special guest this go around, Christina, coming onto the stage.
Aw, thanks.
You want to introduce yourself real quick?
Sure. So, yeah, hi folks. I'm Christina Hartikainen. I'm the Chief Learning Officer at X2A, and Trisha and I have we've been working on stuff together. I'm gonna say like 12, 14 years for a while now. And it's always fun when we can get together on a project or on an event, or now we get to be together every day, and that's just glorious.
It really is. Like, I almost feel slightly guilty about it. Like it just makes me happy with things. And so today's topic that we want to give tips and highlights, it won't be as much of a rant today. So for those showing up for my normal rants, today is not going to be one of those rant days. It's going to be a tip day and a highlight day and a happy day is about really kinds of different things that you can do to support colleagues and sometimes very proactive, sometimes very like large, and sometimes very small in different areas in different ways. And because we've worked together in a lot of different capacities in different ways, honestly, there's sometimes like super noticeable and then I just feel it and I don't actually even realize it sometimes, right? And what's happening or what we're doing. So because it's kind of status quo for us. But I thought maybe we could spend some time talking about things that we do to support each other and support others with that. And so I'm going to start off kind of like I'm going to start off tooting your horn a little bit and complimenting one of the things that I think you do amazing in terms, I mean, you do many things, but one of them is creating like a space when you're either, whether you're speaking, you're facilitating, you're leading a meeting, or you're just participating in the meeting, right? Like you create energy space for investment, engagement, all of these things. And it just makes me as a colleague want to engage, right? Want to hear, want to participate in things. So I thought maybe I could put you a little bit on the spot and go, when you're doing that, whatever capacity it is, whether it's speaking or facilitating or leading, like what's going through your mind when you are, because I know you'll be like, no, but you do this intentionally to support others and stuff. So would you share a little bit about what's going through your head with that? Because I think it's just such a superpower.
I think one of the things that's always going through my head, and that is just like, honestly, like whoever I'm talking to, they're the most important person that exists in the whole world in that moment. And I want them to feel that from me, that they have my full attention, my full presence, my heart is there with them and whatever we're working through or working on in that moment. And that's a big part of it for me. Like I will spend time meeting with our team. Like I intentionally create space to be with people as humans. We work remotely. It's not always, you don't get that coffee water, conversation, or let's go to lunch. We don't have those opportunities. So intentionally creating those moments for that human connection, and then I'll be sitting with someone and they're like, it's a really busy day. Like, this isn't important. I was like, and I always just stop them right there. It's like, no. What we're doing right now is important. All of that other stuff, sure, it's still there, but this moment right now is important. And I try to make each moment that moment for someone.
You don't just try, you pull it off. Like, it's incredible. And I've seen it in a variety of different things, but I think that that's one of the most amazing elements, is because it truly does. It makes you feel like, not just seen, but valued.
Yeah. That's the point, right? Is like, folks are going to, again, feel supported, feel engaged, feel valued when you're giving that energy to them, right? Like, if I'm sitting here and I'm working on something on 2 screens over and just like, yeah, Trisha, yeah, whatever, it's not the same as when you're just with somebody.
Yeah. What else do you do to support? What other ways do you support colleagues and stuff? What else do you do?
Well, I referenced it. There's like that intentional creation of that support for folks, right? Like, it's one thing when you say, yeah, sure, of course I support you. Whatever you need, I support you. And it's something else when you can back it up with I'm going to give you the time. I'm going to give you the space. I'm going to give you, like, not just saying that I support you, but I'm going to follow through and show that I really support you. And that's where that, especially working, over distance or working remote, to be able to say, this half hour is your half hour. And if you want to work, let's work. You want to hang out? Let's hang out. You want to just, talk about your kids, your cats, your whatever neat thing is happening in your life, let's do that. And all of that is what creates this foundation of relationship that in the future, if there is a time where you're just like, hey, I really need something from you, you've built that to be able to do it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I think I would build onto that too. And you do this. I try and do this is also giving those flowers, right? And calling out when somebody's contributing, or sometimes not as visible, or even if it is visible, to still name it and to still recognize what they're doing and how they've contributed and their impact that they're having, and to name it, to acknowledge it. And I will caveat that I've done lives of things of try and name it or acknowledge it in ways they prefer to and want, right, with those things. But I think that that's one of the other ways to be supportive is this stuff. Work can be hard and it can be exhausting. It can be day after day, check mark after check mark. And we need that little bit of energy renewal, bucket filling, kind of, to keep going. And when someone appreciates you, when somebody sees that, when somebody's acknowledging that, or when you just feel appreciated, I feel more supported. And so I very much try and do that for as many as I can. Not always perfect at it by any means, but I try, right? It's one of the reasons that I do the appreciation post, even for people that I only get to work with a little bit, but they were so supportive or something. It's something that I can call out and acknowledge.
Well, having received one of those appreciation posts, it's always like, aw, right? It's like, it actually worked, right? It actually had an impact. It actually, did the thing I hoped it was going to do, right? And I think if in the space of tips, like, don't be afraid to get a little silly sometimes, right? Like, I have done things like, hey, you know what? Let's have an ice cream social. Everybody just bring ice cream and let's hang out. Or, I've been trying to arrange with us again in this remote space. I'm like, let's order each other lunch one day. Right.
I don't know if I would do very well with that. either in getting somebody else food that they might like. My husband will say she orders her food without flavor.
Right. So you could get Pete to order them food.
Oh, that's true. I could have Pete order. Great point. My husband could do it. Fantastic. Great idea.
Yeah. Or just, when we did things like, some of our little team building events or some of those spaces, just it's like, let's just have a little fun with it, because it doesn't always have to be so serious all the time. So, I'll be the one in there. It's like, let's write poems, create songs, make images, I publish our weekly news you can use, just to have a little fun with giving updates on what's going on in the organization.
Which it seems somewhat trivial or unnecessary, and yet it makes a difference. Like, even when you just said that, I was like, oh yeah, someone made me a Lego figurine AI image of me doing a handstand, and it's on my desktop, right? Like, because it's just that little bit of happiness and glee that kind of lifts you back up, right? With those things. Is there something that so these are very visible, right? Like, and I try and do a variety of different tips with these things. Is there one that's a little bit more hidden or a little bit more passive that maybe people don't know that you do that is important to you that you try and do? I'm putting you on the spot. See,
I know you are. You're putting me on the spot.
I know. These are not scripted, people.
It's making me think of the things that I do that I just do and I don't think about them.
I know. That's what's making me like think about it, is like along those lines of like, what do I do to support? While you're thinking, I think one of mine is I'm constantly looking for opportunities for somebody. Mm-hmm. And so, like, if I can make a connection, or if I can go, oh, hey, this person is here. Now, eventually that ends up being visible once the connection is made or things like that. But beforehand, I am constantly like thinking and trying to find opportunities and options and connections that might help somebody based on what their wants, their desires, their needs are. And it's just something that is super important to me. And I don't think many people realize how much I do it until they get, the end results of it, right? And so I think that's a little bit more hidden on my part, and yet very important to me. Like, it's something that I don't just react to, like I actively seek it a little bit with it.
Yeah. I think what came up, Trisha, when you had me thinking there was the thought that runs through my head in those moments is, what would I want someone to do for me right now? And do that. Like, it's like, if I know how they want, how the other person wants to be supported or wants to be, shouted out or introduced, connected, whatever it is, then I'll do what, if I know how they want it to be done. But if I don't, I default to what would I want someone to do for me in this moment, and do that.
Someone just called out your glasses. They said that you've got some cool glasses.
Thanks.
Hello. I agree. And these are not her only set. Like, she's got lots of different dynamics, and they match her hair sometimes. It's impressive. She's like style queen there, right there.
It's a bit of fun, right? It's a bit of fun
right?
to them.
It's your personality, right? Like, and you just feel supported from that. I think the last one, so we've gone very proactive, we've gone a little hidden. And I do want to end on kind of a tip for a serious one of being supportive as a colleague. And I think this is one that also is very important to me, and it's part of just who I am is have people's backs. And that doesn't mean fight their fights, or it doesn't mean like, that level, but like, when you're supporting a colleague, don't leave them out hanging. If you have the same opinion, share that opinion. If you see something, highlight something. If you need to defend or call attention to things that somebody else might not be seeing, but like, advocate for your colleagues. And because everybody has different relationships with people in the workplace and in professional settings, and we don't always get to see everybody in different ways and in different situations. And so a lot of times, what you could advocate for somebody might make a difference in somebody's perception or bias or assumptions. And it's just a way to support and honor what they've been bringing to you, by being vocal about it and calling attention to it. And I think that that's one of those things that I know it can feel safer to just be like, oh, it's not my battle and it's not things. But on the same note, it goes back to the trust factor. It goes back to different elements of like, how are you showing up for your colleagues? Because that will determine how they show up for you.
And you are phenomenal at that, by the way, right? Just being that person that will stand up and speak what's right and what's out there and really be, promoting and pushing people forward. So that's entirely you.
Thanks. So normally I can end these with what's coming up. I do have a Leading Amazing Teams course that I'm doing virtually with Jake Calabrese in, I believe, May. That is available on my Ignite site to seeing, to booking. It's May 18th is the next one scheduled. And so you can sign up there for that. And I'm going to put a teaser out there. We can't fully announce it yet.
Not yet.
But there might be an offering coming that's new that we are going to do together virtually the first week of June. It will be in the product space, and we will be probably announcing it. We're getting things set up still right now. I know I feel slightly mean doing this right now, but yet I also don't. It's too good of an opportunity not to. So June 1st week, we will be doing some virtual course together in the product lane. So stay tuned for information on that. If you're like, I don't want to wait, you might be able to message me and I can give you a little bit more details, but still have to wait for the official announcement with things because it's all tied into X2A and our announcements of services and products and offerings that we're going to be doing together in the new organization. So
yeah, if you didn't get enough of this right now.
So stay tuned because there will be one other, like I said, my public offerings are going to be less going forward for the short term, but there will still be a couple. And here's one that's going to be coming. So I'll have one in May with Leading Amazing Teams and one coming in June. So stay tuned. And until next time, see you in May. Bye. Thanks, Christina, for joining.
Bye.